stop scrolling for a moment, because the ordinary-looking quarter in front of you has a story that goes far beyond its 25-cent face value. At first glance, this 2016 quarter dollar may look like just another modern coin that you could easily spin without thinking twice. But turn it over, look closely at the building, and you will discover that this coin is connected to one of the most important historical locations in West Virginia. The reverse of this coin shows John Brown's Fort, located at Harpers Ferry National Historical Park. And before you assume that every 2016 Harpers Ferry quarter is automatically worth hundreds or thousands of dollars, there is something very important every collector needs to understand. The mint mark, condition, strike quality, proof status, errors, and varieties can completely change what a particular example is worth. That means the real question is not simply, is this a 2016 quarter? But rather, which 2016 Harpers Ferry quarter do I actually have? Welcome back to Coins Explorer, where we look beyond the face value and uncover the history, specifications, mintages, varieties, errors, and collector value behind interesting coins. In today's video, we are going to examine this 2016 quarter from the front to the back and explain exactly what collectors should look for before deciding whether their coin deserves a place in a collection. So stay with me until the end, because one of the most important lessons about this coin is that condition and identification matter far more than sensational claims about a coin being automatically worth a fortune. The coin shown here belongs to the United States America, the Beautiful Quarters program, a major series that ran from 2010 through 2021. The 2016 Harpers Ferry issue was the third national site design released during 2016. Its official subject is Harpers Ferry National Historical Park in West Virginia. The reverse design shows John Brown's Fort, which is one of the most recognizable historic structures associated with Harpers Ferry. Around the reverse are the inscriptions Harpers Ferry, West Virginia, John Brown's Fort, and E Pluribus Unum, together with the year 2016. The obverse carries the familiar portrait of George Washington, along with United States of America, Liberty, Indiana God We Trust, and quarter dollar. The U.S. Mint credits John Flanagan with the obverse design and Thomas Hipschen and Phoebe Hemphill with the reverse artistic work for this issue. The normal circulating version is a copper nickel-clad coin rather than a solid silver coin. One important point for anyone looking at the coin in this video is that the photographs do not clearly reveal the mint mark, so it would be inaccurate to claim with certainty that this specific example is a Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco coin. That small letter can be extremely important to collectors, because the 2016 Harpers Ferry design was produced at multiple facilities and in different finishes. Now let us move to the obverse, or the front side, of the coin. The central portrait is George Washington, the first president of the United States and the figure who has appeared on the quarter since 1932, apart from special changes in the series. On this modern quarter, Washington faces left, while the surrounding inscriptions identify the United States and the denomination. The word liberty appears to the left of Washington's portrait, while I in God We Trust appears on the right side. The quarter denomination is identified by the words quarter dollar around the lower portion of the design. The mint mark, when present on this type, is located near Washington's neck area, so collectors should use good lighting and magnification when trying to identify it. On a circulated coin like the example shown in the photographs, surface wear, glare, dirt, and photography quality can make the mint mark difficult to read. This is why a blurry photograph should never be used as the only evidence for declaring a rare mint variety or valuable error. The obverse can also reveal clues about the coin's condition, including the sharpness of Washington's hair, cheek, jawline, lettering, and other raised details. If those areas are heavily worn, the coin is normally worth much closer to face value unless another legitimate collectible feature is present. The reverse is where this particular 2016 quarter becomes especially interesting. Instead of showing an animal, landscape, or famous monument, the design presents John Brown's Fort, an important structure connected to the history of Harpers Ferry. The building is shown from the front, with its architectural features carefully represented on the coin. The words John Brown's Fort appear prominently below the structure, making the subject immediately identifiable. The inscription Harpers Ferry appears around the upper portion of the coin, while West Virginia identifies the state associated with the National Historical Park. The year 2016 appears at the bottom of the design, and E pluribus unum appears around the lower right portion of the reverse. The U.S. Mint explains that the reverse represents John Brown's Fort, the site associated with John Brown's final stand during his 1859 raid on the Harpers Ferry Armory. That historical connection is one reason this coin is more than simply a modern quarter denomination. When you examine the reverse closely, pay attention to the windows, doors, roofline, surrounding trees, lettering, and rim because these areas can help you judge the quality of the strike and the amount of wear. The example in your photographs shows substantial softness and surface wear, so it should not automatically be treated as a high-grade mint state example simply because the design is recognizable. Let us now look at the technical specifications, because knowing what a normal coin should look like and weigh is extremely important when searching for errors. The standard circulating 2016 Harpers Ferry quarter has a diameter of approximately 24.26 millimeters, or about 0.955 inch. Its standard weight is 5.670 grams, and the thickness is approximately 1.75 millimeters. The edge is reeded, meaning it has the familiar series of grooves found on United States quarters. The normal circulating coin is made from copper nickel clad over a copper core, with the outer alloy consisting of 75% copper and 25% nickel. Because of this construction, a normal clad quarter can show a copper-colored line on the edge between the outer layers. That edge appearance is useful when comparing an ordinary clad coin with special silver versions made for collectors. The U.S. Mint also produced special 5-ounce silver products associated with the National Site Program. But those large silver coins are completely different products from the ordinary quarter shown in your photographs. Therefore, a regular 2016 Harpers Ferry quarter should not be called a silver quarter simply because it looks bright, white, or shiny in a photograph. For an actual error investigation, weighing the coin on an accurate digital scale and checking its diameter, edge, and mint mark is much more reliable than judging its appearance alone. One of the biggest questions collectors have about this coin is how many were produced. The 2016 Harpers Ferry quarter was struck at Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco in different forms. The Philadelphia circulation issue had a reported mintage of approximately 434,630,000 coins. The Denver circulation issue had approximately 424 million coins. That means the ordinary Philadelphia and Denver versions were produced in very large quantities and are not rare simply because they carry the 2016 date. San Francisco also produced a collector uncirculated version with approximately 976,420 pieces, and it was not released into ordinary circulation like the Philadelphia and Denver versions. San Francisco also produced proof versions for collectors, including clad and silver proof issues, which have different specifications and different collecting considerations. The U.S. Mint specifically stated that the P and D coins were struck for circulation, while the S Mint coins in the special rolls were not released into circulation. This is why finding an S Mint mark in your pocket change can be more interesting than finding an ordinary P or D example, although the exact value still depends heavily on condition and finish. And this brings us back to the photographs you provided. Because the mint mark is not sufficiently clear, the safest identification is 2016 Harpers Ferry National Historical Park quarter, without claiming a specific mint until the mark can be confirmed. Now we come to the question that attracts the most attention. How much is this 2016 quarter actually worth? The honest answer is that a normal circulated 2016 Harpers Ferry quarter is generally not $1 million coin and should not be advertised as one without extraordinary evidence. Its face value is 25 cents, and ordinary circulated examples commonly trade for little more than face value. For example, Professional grading services show that some high-grade certified examples have brought significantly more than face value at auction. PCGS records a 2016 P. Harpers Ferry quarter graded MS-70 selling for $325 in April 2021, which demonstrates how an exceptional grade can make a modern common coin more collectible. PCGS also lists certified auction results for Harpers Ferry examples from the P, D, and S mints, with prices varying according to grade and issue. The important lesson is that these auction records belong to specific certified coins and should never be presented as the guaranteed value of every 2016 Harpers Ferry quarter. The coin in your photographs appears circulated and does not provide enough evidence for an extremely high grade, so I would not claim a huge value for this exact example from the photographs alone. If you are making a YouTube video, this distinction actually makes your content stronger because viewers learn how professional collectors separate a normal coin from a genuinely valuable one. If you find one of these quarters in your collection, the next step should be a careful error search rather than immediately assuming the coin is rare. Start with the date and mint mark, then inspect both sides under strong light and magnification. Look for obvious abnormalities such as major doubling, missing design elements, unusual die damage, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, broad strikes, or other genuine mint-made errors. However, remember that scratches, dents, stains, machine damage, environmental damage, and ordinary circulation marks are not automatically mint errors. A particularly important distinction is between a true double die and simple machine doubling, because the two can look similar to inexperienced collectors but have very different numismatic significance. The weight of the coin can also provide useful evidence when investigating unusual pieces, especially if the coin appears to have a wrong planchet or another major production problem. For a standard clad Harpers Ferry quarter, the expected weight is approximately 5.67 grams, so a substantial unexplained deviation deserves further investigation. The edge should also be examined carefully because the clad construction normally produces a characteristic copper core line. If you believe you have a major error, photographs of both sides, the edge, the mint mark, and an accurate weight can help an expert determine whether further authentication is justified. And most importantly, never clean or polish a potentially valuable coin, because cleaning can permanently damage the original surfaces and reduce collector interest. Condition is one of the most important factors when determining the collectible value of a modern quarter. Professional grading services use numerical grades to describe how well a coin has survived from the time it was struck. A heavily circulated coin can show scratches, contact marks, loss of detail, dull surfaces, and wear on the highest parts of the design. An uncirculated coin, by comparison, can retain much sharper details and may show fewer signs of contact with other coins. At the very highest levels, even tiny marks can make a major difference in grade and therefore market value. This is why two coins with exactly the same date, mint mark, and design can sell for dramatically different amounts. The 2016 Harpers Ferry quarter is an excellent example of this principle because millions of normal P and D coins were produced, while exceptional certified examples are much more interesting to collectors. PCGS and NGC records show that high-grade examples can command premiums, but those prices are tied to certified grades and specific market transactions. For the coin shown in this video, I would describe it as a circulated example based on the visible wear and would avoid assigning an exact numerical grade from these photographs alone. That honest approach is important because a professional coin video should teach viewers how to identify genuine value instead of promising a fortune for every ordinary quarter. So, what is the final verdict on the 2016 Harpers Ferry National Historical Park quarter shown here? It is an officially recognized America, the beautiful quarter commemorating Harpers Ferry National Historical Park in West Virginia and featuring the historic John Brown's Fort. Its normal circulating composition is copper-nickel clad. Its diameter is about 24.26 millimeters, and its standard weight is 5.67 grams. Millions were struck at Philadelphia and Denver, which means the ordinary circulation versions are common rather than inherently rare. The more interesting pieces are high-grade examples, collector issues, proofs, silver versions, and coins containing legitimate mint errors or recognized varieties. The photographs you supplied clearly show the Harpers Ferry reverse, but they do not allow me to reliably confirm the mint mark on your individual coin. So if you own one, the first thing I would recommend is checking the small mint mark near Washington's neck with good lighting and magnification. Next, weigh the coin, inspect the edge, examine both sides for genuine mint-made abnormalities, and evaluate the amount of circulation wear. Do not clean it, do not polish it, and do not rely on internet claims saying every 2016 quarter is worth thousands or millions of dollars. And remember, the real excitement of coin collecting is not simply finding a huge price tag. It is discovering the history, production details, rarity, condition, and story hidden inside an ordinary-looking piece of money. If you have a 2016 Harpers Ferry quarter at home, take it out of your change jar and give it a careful second look. Check the mint mark, check the condition, check the weight, and examine the design under magnification. You may have an ordinary quarter, or you may have a better condition collector example, a proof, a special issue, or an unusual mint error that deserves further investigation. But never let an exaggerated price claim make the decision for you. The strongest collectors learn the specifications first and then compare their coin against those standards. That is exactly how you can separate a normal quarter from something genuinely unusual. The 2016 Harpers Ferry quarter is especially interesting because it combines American history with the massive America the Beautiful coin program. It gives collectors a small piece of a much larger story, connecting everyday pocket change with a historic location in West Virginia. If you enjoyed this detailed look, make sure you stay connected with Coins Explorer for more coin discoveries, rare coin investigations, historical stories, mint errors, and realistic value discussions. And before you leave, take another look at your own 2016 quarters. You never know what detail you might have missed the first time. Thanks for watching Coins Explorer, and I will see you in the next coin investigation.